want to welcome you guys to our 6th annual BSidesRDU. I was really nervous that I was going to say BSidesRUD, honestly. I'm probably going to say that a few times, but we obviously have renamed. But thank you all for coming out every year and supporting us, even when we screw up, which sometimes we do. If you guys, so how many people have been here since we're here for 2013 for our first B-Sides? All right. How many are first time BSidesRDU? Well, first time. Awesome. Yes.
We're all first time RDU.
Yes, we're all first time BSidesRDU, but BSidesRDU Raleigh. So obviously we've got a lot of changes this year. We've got a new name, a new venue, new logo. When we decided to change the name, we were a little concerned that people wouldn't be able to find us, people would be confused, and that we might have lower attendance this year. Well, thankfully that didn't happen. We had over 500 people register. If you remember in previous years, we had to cap out at about 275 because the venues that we had were smaller. So, hence the new venue that we have. So obviously you found us, and thank you for that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play a little game called Detector. It's kind of like Ouija. So what everyone needs to do is, first of all, we need to dim all the lights. And no, I'm kidding. And everyone holds hands, right? And then we light some candles. So we want to thank all of our sponsors. Without them, the event wouldn't happen, obviously. And it's because of their tremendous sponsorship this year specifically that we were able to make the conference free. So I'll just quickly go through our sponsors. We had a number of platinum sponsors: Veronis, Zscaler, Sands, Veracode, and Faya, as well as our gold sponsors and our silver sponsors. And of course, every year we also have our community sponsors that we very much appreciate. I also want to recognize this year's staff. All of the staff are wearing white badges, so if you need anything, have any concerns, questions, just find someone with a white badge and tap their shoulder. So these are this is our staff. I want to call out some specific people. Pretty much everyone does a lot of work over the year to make this happen. Everyone did pretty much more work than I did, of course. I just get to be up here and be the pretty face of BSidesRDU, which that's a fail. First of all, I've got a face for radio. But anyway, so Renee does our artwork. I don't know if Renee is here yet, but she did an awesome job. So if you see her around, thank her for the artwork. It's very cool. Susan spent a lot of time working on the badges and T-shirts. Patrick was our CFP guru, and he wrangled all the food trucks that we're going to have. I'll talk about that in a minute. Greg handled all the sponsors, which, like I said, this conference wouldn't happen without them. And Nate was helpful with bringing the food or the coffee truck. Like I said, everyone else does a little bit of everything. We get on conference calls weekly and to make this happen. We also had a lot of people volunteer this year, and leading up to the conference is a lot of work that has to happen, make it happen. But also the day of and the day before, we need a lot of help to put bags together, put the badges together, things like that. So I want to recognize these volunteers as well. I also want to say that please consider being a volunteer next year and years coming up, because we always need more help. That's how we keep this thing going and how we help keep it getting better every year. So with that being said, our code of conduct, be cool. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? But we like to mention this because, we want to make sure that it's a fun and enjoyable event for everyone. All right, logistics. So we have 3 different levels here in the theater. On the 3rd level, the lounge is where the Capture the Flag event will be. 2nd level is our Lockpick Village and the Vintage Tech Museum, as well as we also have a hands-on village, which is essentially, we've got kind of hands-on workshops going on, which is really cool. First time this year we're doing that. And then of course the vendor hall, you guys probably saw it when you came in. It's directly to the right when you leave here, going all the way down. Please go see our vendors. They're the sponsors that make this happen. And coffee, very important thing. One of the comments that we've had over the years, we need good coffee. So we brought in a coffee truck this year. If you guys came in, you saw the coffee truck outside. That does cost money. We didn't buy them out this year. Food truck rodeo, for lunch, we're gonna have a bunch of food trucks come in, and you guys are, welcome to go out and eat at the food trucks or any of the other local places that are here. Drink tickets. Everyone was given, I think, 2 tickets, correct? 1 ticket?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 ticket now, 1 later.
Yeah, 1 ticket now and 1 ticket later. Those drink tickets can be used throughout the day. In years past, we've done like a later event where we do drink tickets. What we're doing this year is we have drink tickets, one now and 1 later, and and you can use them at the concession stands. So you'll see there's a few different concession stands. I do have it on here. The lobby concession stand opens at 11:30. There's a 3rd floor concession stand that opens at 4:30, and there's another concession stand out past the vendor area that'll open at 2. One thing I'll mention is if you're not going to use the drink tickets, give them back, or give them to someone else, because we do have to pay for them regardless, even if they get thrown out. Wristbands. Everyone in your bags should have gotten these 2 wristbands. So what these are blue is if you're hiring, right? We're trying to connect people, is the point. We're trying to connect people this year. So blue means you're hiring, and white means you're looking for a job. I guess the blue has little penguins on it, and the white has zombies. I don't know that really. Silent auction. If you've been here in our past years, we've done a silent auction. It's run really well. A lot of people like doing it. Same thing this year. This year, instead of doing rubles, we're doing bitcoins. So we've got these little coins that we've given out a bunch of them to the different vendors and the different folks running the events, like the CTF. And as you can see, to earn those bitcoins, you participate in the events, participate in the CTF, Lockpick Village, the hands-on, and then at the end of the night when we do Hacker Jeopardy, that's when you can win some of the big money. All right. So when Patrick here runs our Hacker Jeopardy, he's going to be making it rain bitcoins.
I've got Amazon gift cards.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Okay. Cool. But if you haven't been here in previous years, what we do is these bitcoins. What we use them for is at the end of the night, we've got a bunch of prizes that we've had either donated or we purchased, and you can bid on those in a silent auction. So during the day, the more you go talk to sponsors and playing the events and things like that, the more of those bitcoins you can collect. Later on tonight, you can use those to bid on these different prizes. So I think we're going to have the prizes laid out somewhere at some point. I'm not sure. Do you know where we're going to have those? No? All right. Well, we'll make an announcement as to where you can see them so that you know what you're working for. All right, so this is our agenda for this year. Most of you guys probably already looked at what our agenda is on the website. We have an awesome lineup, honestly. I'm really happy to have all of the speakers that we have here. Our first speaker, our keynote, he leads EFF's grassroots and student outreach efforts. He's a constitutional lawyer focused on the intersection of community organizing and policy reform as a lever to shift legal norms with roots in communities across the country. resisting mass surveillance. Awesome. From 2009 to 2015, he led the Bill of Rights Defense Committee as executive director. In 2018, Shahid ran for Congress seeking to represent the California's 12th